Aces trail 2-0. Albuquerque got their 2 runs in the second inning. Just 1 hit against former Aces right-hander Jeff Bennett as he breaks in a curveball for Roger Kieschnick for strike 1. Pitched in Reno in 2011. Here's the 0-1. Downstairs on Kieschnick. He was 3-0 with the Aces. He made 24 appearances out of the bullpen. 1-1 for Rogers, swing and a miss. They just haven't been able to pick up that curveball. It's got that kind of 12-6 look to it, a little 11-5. It's what guys call slurvy. Not that big, devastating downhill break, but at times it does. And the Aces have had a number of swings and misses right over the top of it. Kieschnick just had one right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball a little bit in. Kieschnick, 4 for 9 in the series. A home run, he's driven in 3, and he's also scored 3 runs. Here's the 2-2. Bouncer hit over to first. Played by Brock Peterson. He's going to take it himself, and he beats Kieschnick by a step. It goes 3 unassisted. There's 1 down for Andy Marte. Andy Marte has quietly put together a very, very nice season. Tell you what, Mike Jacobs was the leader in the first half, and Andy Marte may have the award for most consistent hitter on the season. Andy Marte is second in the league in hits. The pitch. Fastball's in there for strike 1. Not sure if anybody's going to catch Shane Peterson unless he gets called up. River Cats outfielder has 135 hits. Marte, speaking of, has a base hit to right center. He's going to dig for 2. Peterson picks it up, and Andy Marte is going to have a double. A 1-out, 2-bagger for Andy Marte. That's double number 24 on the season, and hit number 117. And he's trailing Shane Peterson by 17 hits, or 18 hits, I should say. It'll be difficult to catch him, but Andy Marte has been tremendous. So here is Mike Jacobs. Chance to cut this lead in half, or tie it up with a long ball. Jacobs 0 for 1 tonight. He flied to center on the first pitch he saw from Jeff Bennett back in the second inning. Jacobs trying to regain that power stroke that he had in the first half. The pitch downstairs in the dirt, smothered by Fedorovich, and a nice job. Andy Marte was about 40 steps, 40 feet off of second base. He had to scamper back quickly before he drew a throw, I should say, by Fedorovich. Jacobs' last home run came on June 11th. And Jeff Bennett is coming over towards the Isotopes dugout. Possum, their athletic trainer, and Damon Berryhill are out. Tim Fedorovich out there as well. Not oftentimes you see a pitcher walk towards the dugout, but Jeff Bennett doesn't seem too concerned. He may have had a cut on his right hand. He's jogging back to the mound right now. And everybody has returned to the dugout. Fedorovich back behind the plate. A little bit of an odd showing right there. Yeah, Jacobs' last home run, June 11th. That was in Nashville. Been a while for Mike. 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball to strike. That was a dandy of a bender from Jeff Bennett. Andy Marte, a one-out double. He leads from second. Small lead for him. The pitch, swing and a miss. Mike had a big cut. He was tied up. Sitting on 12 home runs and 69 driven in. They play to pull. Walter Ibarra, the second baseman, about 10 steps onto the outfield grass, and Carlos Strienfeld, his shortstop, shaded well up the middle. Big gap out in left center. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matchup of veterans. The pitch. Outside and to the screen. Andy Marte heads to third on a wild pitch. Tim Fedorovich had no chance at that one. Matter of fact, he didn't even give it a go. He knew it was outside, and Jeff Bennett missed his spot by so much, and he may have been crossed up. Bennett and Fedorovich are talking halfway between the plate and the mound. I think Tim Fedorovich got crossed up there. But when you're expecting a 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball and you get a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, there's not much of a reaction time to get your glove out when it's way outside. Luckily for him, the ball bounced right back to him. Infield not in for Jacobs. 3-2. Breaking ball just missed away, ball 4. Well, Mike Jacobs draws a walk. 50th walk that Jacobs has drawn this year. Good for 4th in the PCL. Here comes Dustin Martin. Four runs driven in for Dustin Martin in his now 11th game with the Aces since coming up from AA Mobile. First and third for him, 1 out. And he takes a fastball just low. Martin came into last night's game. He didn't start it. He was one of the guys who came in after the big fight. He was 1 for 1, and he drew a couple of walks. Nice night for being pressed into action when he wasn't expecting it. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a bouncer, hit to second. Double play ball. Ibarra, Trienfeld, Peterson. 4-6-3. Double play, and the inning is over.